Next, the Honourable Parliamentary Secretary to the Government House Leader.
Yes, thank you, Madam Speaker. It is about fairness. Fairness for generations, Madam Speaker. And what we have witnessed is the Conservatives being consistent. You'll recall that when it came to having an additional tax on Canada's wealthiest 1%, the Conservatives voted no against that a few years back, Madam Speaker. And then when it came time for a tax break for Canada's middle class, you can guess it. They voted no for that too, Madam Speaker. Now you take a look at the capital gains and what's being proposed, less than 1% is actually going to be affected. Some of the wealthiest people in the country, and the Conservatives are voting no. Madam Speaker, where in their platform does it imply any sense of fairness to Canadians? What I see is cuts, cuts, cuts.
The Honourable Member for Red Deer, let go.
Madam Speaker, this question from my colleague is actually, it's actually sadly preposterous and hilarious in its own right. If you actually take a look at the wealthiest Canadians, their wealth has actually doubled under the leadership of this Prime Minister. And it's the middle class and those that are desperately trying to cling to it that are just hanging on, which is why this government continues to raise taxes to provide solutions to the problems that they created in the first place. I don't believe that Canadians want the government to do everything for them. Canadians used to be able to save for their own retirement, buy their own home, pay for their own health care, like dental plans and so on. Used to be able to buy their kids food. This government brags that there's now 400,000 kids in Canada that need the government to buy them lunch. I dream of a day when the government doesn't have to do any of that for any Canadians, and Canadians can look after themselves.